A man goes to a hospital to get a circumcision, but he ends up getting a vasectomy.
They snip his eggs.
Hello everyone, this is Mr. Obvious, and today on thedailymail.com, man 38, who went into an Iowa hospital for a circumcision, but was accidentally given a vasectomy instead, is awarded $2 million in court. This man went to a hospital. They were supposed to circumcise him. I don't know why. I'm personally against circumcision and I think it should be banned. But maybe this guy had a medical reason. But instead of circumcising him, they snipped his eggs. This man can no longer have children. I don't think he got paid enough. A Burmese man who went into an Iowa hospital for a circumcision and awoke to find he'd been given a vasectomy by mistake has been awarded $2 million by a jury. In December 2015, 38-year-old Zaw Zaw was sent to the Iowa clinic for a referral circumcision, but ended up finding himself on the receiving end of an unfortunate misunderstanding that left him unable to reproduce. Now, this crime is a lot worse than it actually seems. Think about it. Not only are you cutting off his eggs, his little seed makers, his family jewels, you've essentially ended his bloodline. All of his children, all their children's children, perhaps hundreds or maybe even thousands of generations, maybe even millions of generations into the future, are now all dead and gone. My friends, this was not ending a single life. It was a genocide of all his future children. Think about it. Just think about it. No more descendants. Zaw Zaw, who speaks limited English, entered the clinic with a referral form that emphasized 4 times that he needed to undergo a circumcision. Now, Mr. Zaw Zaw should be able to speak English, and if he can't speak English, he should not be here. That is just my opinion. Maybe he could have avoided this mix-up if he could actually speak English. The same form was also faxed to doctors in advance. So here's the thing. It was written on the referral 4 times that he was there for a circumcision. The doctors were faxed ahead of time that he was there for a circumcision to ensure there was no confusion, but still, a calamitous mix-up occurred. How do you mess up this badly? Aren't doctors overpaid enough? Don't they get enough, even though they ruin people's lives sometimes? And sometimes people die under their care? And doctors never get punished because they all have insurance and, well, basically they never take the blame. I guess it's not enough. The idea of sending letters had been a provocative attempt to help with Zaw Zaw's difficulties when speaking English, but the patient was asked to sign more forms when he got to the clinic. Zaw Zaw's attorney, Mark Harding, argued those steps should have assured his client proper medical treatment regardless of any language barriers. No, I disagree. Zaw Zaw should speak English. You want to live in America? You want to go to Iowa? Speak English. Why were you getting a circumcision in the first place? Circumcision is a crime. It is genital mutilation. If you have a medical condition and you have to get it removed, sure, that's one thing. But it is literally a crime perpetuated by a certain group of people. The people who support mutilating babies against their consent. Zaw Zaw never understood what they were trying to get across, and that was their duty and their job to get it across. Well, that's his fault. Like I said, look, I side with Zaw Zaw because these mix-ups should never happen. But at the same time, learn to speak English, dipshit. Even after the botched operation, when Harding tried to reach a settlement with this clinic out of court, officials persisted in blaming Zaw Zaw for the mishap. They blamed him. They said he should have known we were wrong in the way. We were doing it and pointing the finger at him the whole way through, Harding said. On Wednesday, a jury agreed that Zaw Zaw was partially responsible for the mix-up, of course, but said the doctor, whose name I cannot pronounce and I'm not even going to try, was 70% responsible, and therefore the burden of fault was with the surgeon. Now, I agree with this. Zaw Zaw is definitely partially responsible. But if you're a doctor, Burzing, whatever his name is, Burzing, I never want to go to this doctor, ever. If he's able to mix that up, I don't want to see him. In total, the jury awarded Zaw Zaw $1 million for past physical and mental pain and suffering, $500,000 for past loss of function of the body, $250,000 for future loss of function of the body, and $250,000 for future physical and mental pain and suffering. So these people ended this man's bloodline, and all he gets is $250,000 for that? I honestly think he should have won much more. So you can see the breakdown, a total of $2 million. So the Iowa clinic released a statement. We are grateful for the jury's hard work and are pleased that no fault in this matter was assigned to the Iowa clinic. It is important to note, the physician involved in this case has not been on staff with the clinic for more than a year. Honestly, I think it was more than just the doctor at fault, but this is how it goes. If you work for any organization, if something bad happens, if an accident happens, you're going to take the blame, even if it's not your fault. Now, it was definitely the doctor's fault, but I hate how they're like, we're glad that we were not implicated in this horrible event. We fired the guy. Okay. Because I wouldn't be surprised if this Iowa clinic had another story like this in the future. Zaw Zaw plans to go elsewhere to have the circumcision performed and to have the vasectomy reversed. Now, here's the thing. Not all vasectomies are reversible. He may never have children again. And I don't know why he wants a circumcision. I would not. I would love to live in a reality where I never had to have a part of my body mutilated. It's horrible. They take your skin, they take your nerve endings away from you, they take proper function away. For what? Because a certain group of people like it that way. And then they sell what they snip off to beauty products, for anti-aging creams, for middle-aged roasties and celebrities. You know, in this world, there doesn't seem to be a lot of justice for a lot of people. Maybe one day there will be justice against those who perpetuate such atrocities. Ah, Lord. As you can tell, I am plainly anti-circumcision. So, okay, the doctor, Brzing, or whatever his name is, has since moved on to another medical center. Look out, folks. You might get your bloodline cut off. God damn. So last April, a jury awarded over $12 million to a Panora man who was wrongly diagnosed with prostate cancer by the Iowa clinic. He wasn't the only one. The intense surgery left him with nerve damage and negatively impacted his marriage. Oh my God, what did they do to his prostate?
Shut it down. Shut down this clinic. Run.
Again, the mishap occurred when paperwork was not handled properly. Oh my God, it is the clinic's fault. The doctor. Oh my God. What a mess. What a disaster. Stay away from Iowa, especially if you're a man. Okay, they'll snip your eggs. They'll take your prostate. Run. And I'm just going to read one comment because it has my thoughts. KPFROMDC says, why wasn't an English-speaking person with him? More importantly, why doesn't he speak flippin' English? But you know what, my friends, that's pretty much the story. A man had his bloodline denied because of improper handling of paperwork, and the Iowa clinic got off scot-free, even though they keep making mistakes. If I was you, I would stay far, far away from Iowa. But that's merely the obvious. Well, that's all for now, folks. What do you think about this horrific story? I mean, really. Really? What are your thoughts? Women, I don't think the women are safe either.
Hide your wife. Hide your kids.
Be sure to let me know. Now, if you want to support the work I do, you can join me on Patreon or Subscribestar. There's also PayPal or Bitcoin if you're interested. All those links are in the description. Be sure to check them out. As always, thanks for watching. This has been Mr. Obvious, and I'll see you all next time.